Let's learn a beginner harp piece called A Bouquet for You. I know for some of you, this might be the very first piece that you're learning on the harp, which is so exciting, and you don't need any musical experience. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to play this piece. So the first thing we want to do is make sure our harp is in the key of C major, so we don't need any sharps or flats. If you're maybe not sure what key your harp is in, you can check out a video that we have linked in the description. If you read sheet music and you'd like to follow along as you're learning this piece, you can download it for free in the link in the description. If you don't read sheet music, that is totally fine. I'm going to be walking you through this piece note by note, so like I said, you don't need any musical experience to learn this song. So I've split the piece up into 3 sections. That way we can kind of take it one piece at a time. So we're going to start with section A, and here is what it sounds like. It really feels and sounds like you're just plucking flowers out of the ground. It's so fun to play. Okay, so let me walk you through the notes. So we're gonna start with our left hand placed on the G and A below middle C. Go ahead and find those strings on your harp, and you're gonna play those 2 fingers together on the G and A. So it should sound like that. All right, and then right hand is gonna place the same exact notes, just an octave higher. So just on the next set of strings, higher than what you just played. So we've got 2 and 1 on G and A above middle C. So the left hand plays the G and A, then the right hand, and then the left hand has 2 and 1 on middle C and D, and you'll play those 2 notes together. Okay, so it sounds like this. All right, now let's talk about our hand position. I'm sure you might be wondering about that. So let's start with the left hand, where we're placed with 2 and 1 on G and A. We want to make sure that our thumb is placed higher than our other fingers on the strings, and then our other fingers can just kind of hang out, relaxed. You're just gonna really squeeze those 2 notes together, and then close flat into your palm like this. So go ahead and try that. All right, and then the same thing with right hand. We want our thumb high, our other fingers pointed down towards the floor. So, and I'm closing fully back into my palm. At learning the harp, we call these French fries versus closing like this with curly fries. So that's just a silly thing to help you remember it. Okay, and then, so we did this. And now left hand is on C and D with 2 and 1. Same thing, really squeeze those 2 notes and then close back into your palm. And you may see me lifting off the strings, which is something else you can add in. It looks nice as you're playing, and it gives you a chance to really fully relax your hand. So you can think of tracing the shape of half of a heart as you come off the strings, like that. Just like that. And to help you remember the notes here, remember that you're playing the same notes in the left hand and right hand, that G and A. So G and A, G and A, and then left hand goes in the middle of the notes you just played with C and D. Okay, so that helps you remember it. All right, you just learned the first little part of section A. So you can pause the video here and work on that for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next little bit. Okay, so the next part of section A, remember it sounds like this. And you've pretty much already learned that, by the way. So we've got our left hand 2 and 1 on G and A, just like we did previously. Right hand 2 and 1 on G and A. The only difference here is that instead of playing them together like this, you're playing the notes one at a time. And then left hand has 2 and 1 on C and D. All right, so not too complicated, right? So to kind of put all that together from the beginning, it goes. Just like that. All right, so as you're playing that, it's important that you land with your 2 fingers together on all of those strings. So instead of starting with your second finger on and then landing with your thumb and then plucking, you know, that is kind of taking up a lot of time versus just landing with 2 fingers all at the same time. So boom, boom, boom. All right, so we want to make sure we're really accurate with placing our thumb and second finger together there. And then just another reminder as you're playing through this, closing flat back into our palm and lifting up off the strings. I know I'm giving you a lot of things to think about, but maybe just focus on one thing at a time. Maybe that means, aside from just playing the notes, I know that'll take you some time, but maybe just focus on closing flat into your palm. And then when that starts to feel more comfortable, you can add in lifting off the strings. Okay, so just to recap, this is what section A sounds like. All right, and for the timing of these notes, or of this section, so we've got wait. Wait. So I'm saying wait just to help you not come in too early. So if that helps you to think of that, or if you just imagine my voice saying it as you're playing, wait. Wait. And then we'll go into section B. So you can pause the video here, spend some time working on section A, and then when you feel like you've got the hang of it, which feel free to kind of rewatch what we just went through, then we'll move on to section B. You're doing awesome. Okay, so here's what section B sounds like. So it sounds very similar to what we just played, just slightly different notes. So starting at the beginning of this section, left hand is now going to place second finger and thumb on the G and B below middle C. So it sounds like that. So you play that with left hand. And then right hand places the same notes, but higher, a set of strings higher than where you just played them with left hand. So 2 and 1 on G and B. So we go. And then left hand places 2 and 1 on B and D, kind of in the middle of what you just played. So again, that's. And just a reminder to make sure that you're keeping your thumb high, or both thumbs, and your other fingers pointed down, just kind of really relaxed. And you want to make sure that you're placing both fingers at the same time in each hand. All right, and we're going to really squeeze those two notes so they sound exactly together. Okay, and then the next measure, very similar to what we just did, you're just playing the notes one at a time at first. So you've got G and B in the left hand with 2 and 1, G and B in right hand with 2 and 1, and then we're back on B and D with 2 and 1, and you'll play those two notes together. Okay, and it's the same timing as what we did in section A, so it'll go wait, wait, just like that. Okay, so if you have the brain space to think about lifting off the strings, definitely work on incorporating that. That's a great habit to get into from the very start. But yeah, so just a reminder, this is what this whole section sounds like. All right, nice job. So let's move on to section C. And the nice thing is that this is exactly the same as what we played in sections A and B, except we're playing it on the set of strings higher on our harp. We call that playing an octave higher. And the ending is slightly different, but it sounds like this. All right, so you've already learned this part. So we don't need to go through that again. You're just playing it an octave higher on your harp, and then this part starts out the same as section B, but the last measure, this last little bit, is just slightly different. So let me walk you through the notes for that. So right hand starts this time with our thumb and second finger on B and G. So find those notes. They should sound like that. So, and then left hand is going to place thumb and second finger on D and B. Okay, so, and you play the notes one at a time. So it goes. And then right hand is going to jump down to the G below middle C. Sounds like that. Can you find that on your harp? And play that with your second finger. So all together that sounds like this. And you heard me slow down as I play that, right? So that's what we call a retard in music. We're just gradually slowing down. And in this case, it's kind of signaling the end of the piece. So hopefully that makes it easier on you. You just get to take a little bit of a breath as you play those notes. And when it comes to kind of knowing where to like coordinate your eyes as you're doing that, because we're doing a jump, jumping down with that right hand second finger after we played so high on the harp. So you want to start with both hands placed. So right hand on B and G, left hand on D and B. And then as you are playing your left hand, you really don't need to watch those notes because you're already placed there. All you need to do is pluck them. So that frees you up to watch where your second finger is placing. Okay, so I'm placed with both hands. Then I'm immediately moving my right hand down to that G, letting my eyes get to that string before my fingers do. And that way there's no hesitation or delay getting down to that bottom note. So that's something that you can try there. Okay, so just to recap, this is what section C sounds like. I think it's so cute. Think of picking flowers. Gradually slowing down. All right, awesome job. I know this piece was very short, but I hope it gives you a sense of accomplishment learning a really beautiful but simple piece on the harp. So as you're playing it, just remember what I was telling you about of like keeping your thumbs high, your fingers pointed down. That is basic harp technique right there. And just making sure that you're closing into your palm flat with what we call French fries instead of curly fries. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play through the whole piece so you can hear what it sounds like. Well, thanks so much for joining me in learning a bouquet for you. I hope that you had fun. Feel free to go back and watch this video as many times as you need to. And if you want it slowed down a bit, you can actually adjust that using the settings in the bottom of the screen. You can adjust the playback speed. And yeah, enjoy the moment that it finally clicks. It's such a good feeling when you can play through it confidently. If you enjoyed this lesson and you're excited to keep learning, one option you might consider is our program called Harp Beginnings. It's a 6-week program that helps you learn skills and just go through the process of learning the harp in the right order. So you're going to learn 3 songs taught by Christy Lynn and myself, and you'll get to be a part of a group of other students who are learning alongside of you. We have weekly calls to kind of check in on your progress, and it's just a really great way to kind of learn the basics of harp playing and get that support that is so important at this stage in your learning. It's been wonderful to see how quickly students start playing beautiful music and really enjoy the journey. And if that sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, you can click here to learn more and sign up before our next class begins. We would love to see you there.